So right now there are over 75 million baby boomers in the US. They make up about over 20% of the overall population. Many of them are homeowners who might be thinking about staying in or downsizing in their home. And joining us today to talk about that, we have Bret Weinstein. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So let's say, Bret, for someone that does have a home, they're a baby mover and they're thinking about downsizing or maybe staying in their home, what advice do you have for them?
You know, I think first and foremost with any of these decisions, and this goes for anything when you're buying or selling, the first big decision is it worth it? Do I really need to do this? Can they take their home and remodel, set it up in a way that's a little bit better for them? Do they have to downsize? Is this really the decision that they want to make? And I don't say that ever as a way to say don't do it, but I think that it's important to really recognize what are we doing, because we are in such a culture where, well, house is now too big, I have to downsize, I have to do all these things immediately. No, you don't. You can take your time, although with as much equity as there is, it does make a lot of sense to take advantage of it.
And then there's also people who want to stay with their house. You know, they've had memories, they probably have their kids, their grandkids, all of that. What should they do? What do you suggest they do? Should they stay put?
I mean, at that point, I think it really becomes, the evaluation of needs. Does my family need me to be closer to them? Do I have too much room? Are there too many stairs? Is there something that we need to change or adjust to really make this better for us right now? And if the answer is truly you need to move, then at that point you need to move. And there's fortunately just a lot of great ways to be able to do so right now, but it's really starting with the needs analysis of why are we moving and making sure that you're fitting in all the goals that you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, that's some good advice. Let's say someone's trying to move. What would you suggest then?
I mean, just call me. No, I'm kidding. If someone's trying to move, I think first thing before they do anything else, most important is going to be talking to a financial planner, financial advisor. It's something that we have this step where we seem to skip it, but a lot of people do have a lot of money, and there are taxes that can be accrued. There's things that can happen. So really setting yourself up so that you're in the best financial position possible. And then after that, it's about identifying the needs. What am I actually looking for? Where do I need to be? What are the requirements for this home? And making sure that it's something that fits you and your lifestyle. We always treat it like it's going to be a forever home. Sometimes you live in a home for 2 years. So making sure that you're able to move and that it fits within the criteria that you're looking for.
So we talked about the baby movers who wanted to stay in their home and who've had a family and all these great memories. But then let's say there's folks that are saying, hey, you know what? I'm done with this house. I need to, get out of this house. What do you suggest they do? What can they do before they even put their house in the market?
So it's a delicate question because I'm sure every person who's watching, their house is absolutely stunning. But sometimes if you've lived in the home for 30 years, there becomes a point where it might not be as in date as it was 30 years ago. So a conversation about how do we maximize the value of that home? What are the things that we need to change? Talking to a real estate agent, talking to an expert, talking to a stager, making some decisions, but really making a plan to maximize the value of their home, and then setting up where they're going to land on the other side. So it can be sell buy, it can be sell and then go rent, it can be whatever they are looking for. But at this point, there is zero reason with some of those stunning homes to leave money on the table. So make it right for today's market.
Bret, that is such great advice. And also, I love how you mentioned plan. Plan to what you need and, what fits your lifestyle. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
We're going to send things over to Khalid Chalmers for your weekend forecast.